Hi there, welcome to my video. This is a tour of room 14502 on the Carnival Jubilee. This is a handicapped accessible ADA compliant room, which is wheelchair accessible. So let's start. This is your way to get into the room. There's a doorbell. There's supposedly a mailbox, but I think it's just a piece of something on the wall you can prop stuff behind. When we come in, the first thing you want to do is put your card in this handy slot, and that turns on the lights in the cabin. You'll notice that the door is extra wide, so a wheelchair does fit through it. Your muster station is here on the back of the door. It tells you F7, which is actually in the Pacific restaurant, which is straight down here. So let's see the room. Let's start with the bathroom, which I have not even gone into. Let's take a look. Well, this is obviously wheelchair accessible. It's very wide. Big door, lots of space for a wheelchair to come in and turn around. Shower has the bench, which comes down, and emergency call pulls there in the shower in case you need help. That handheld shower head does travel, so if you're sitting down, you can lower that so that it's at the appropriate height for someone sitting. Comes with shampoo and shower gel, and sink, all the basics, trash can, 2 shelves. I think that's an outlet in there. Looks like an outlet. They used to say those things are for shavers. I don't know if that's 100%, but lots of grab bars, which come in handy. Again, another emergency pull. Towels. All right, let's move on. Let's see what else we have out here. Oh, these doors are so heavy. All right, so let's look at the control panel. This is for temperature control. I think it's really more to make you feel like you're doing something. I have yet to get it to cool. May need the power turned on for a while. I gotta be honest, I don't know what this is for, and I'm afraid to push the button. These are the emergency call buttons. It says press to call the emergency line, and this one says press to deactivate the emergency alarm. Now, I will tell you that on multiple occasions on other ships, I have accidentally pressed that button. So knowing how to deactivate it, kind of helpful. If you press this button, the door will automatically open to the corridor. Yeah, you don't want to do that unless you're fully presentable. And this is the light for the bathroom. I don't know what that is. We'll ask our room steward, but I'm not sure what that is. We are trying to find an outlet for my husband's scooter, so maybe that's it. Okay, so there is a phone over here. We ordered water and distilled water in Sharps containers. They are here in the cabin waiting for us. My husband surprised me. This is actually our 25th anniversary, and he ordered the anniversary package. So we have lanyards, special lanyards, and window clings, and a cake, and our cabin is decorated. So yay, that's really sweet. We have the snoozin' privacy please tag, which you can hang on your door. A couple of things, places to hang clothes, or in my husband's case, his cane. Oops, let me move my backpack out of the way. There is a wardrobe, and you can see it's pretty big. These shelves are movable. So if you have extra long clothes, you can put that that shelf up. Otherwise, you can leave it down. Plus, there's another one, which you can also lower if you're going to put folded clothes on there. So that's really cool and useful. We're going to have to talk to our room steward about hangers because, yeah, that's not enough. At the bedside, you'll see there is a USB port, and these are bedside reading lights, and they just turn on and off when you open and close them. Little tiny nightstands on the wall. Our bed is configured as a king. And let's see, over here we have a nice sized television that's probably 42 inch, I want to think, or 55, probably 42. We have a refrigerator in here. I think they're chillers technically, but it is cool enough in there that I don't feel worried about putting my insulin. We'll see how it goes. We've got only 3 drawers though, so that's where having those fold down shelves in the closet come in handy. Let's see, one of these must have a hair dryer. Yep, laundry. And there's a hair dryer. So there's also a little ottoman that I believe the lid will open up and you can use inside for storage, and you can flip that over and use it as a table if you're sitting in the bed. They gave us a cake as part of the anniversary package, and apparently it says ha. I don't know if that's a comment on 25 years of marriage or happy anniversary was too long to type out. I don't know. We're going to assume it's not a comment on 25 years of marriage. We have 4 USB ports here and 3 US outlets. The problem with this is going to be if somebody needs to use a CPAP. There does not appear to be an outlet by the bed itself, so my husband's going to have to run a cord from there across to the bedside table in order to plug in his CPAP. So that's not great, although I did see from someone else that there may possibly be an outlet under the bed. So I'm going to be crawling around on the floor in a little while to see if there is an outlet under there. Again, more wardrobes, more shelves, more hangers. So I think we're good for storage. The beds still have the elevated platform. So once we unpack our suitcases, they will go under the bed. There are light switches here between the 2 beds, which I'm sure come in handy if you have the 2 twin configuration. We'll see how many times we hit those. But I believe you can turn on the cabin lights from those outlets. Hi, it's me. So let's go outside. Now this was really cool. To open the door to outside. How cool is that? That is my favorite gadget in our cabin. How cool is that? I say pretty cool. As long as I don't get locked outside, that's my only thing. But oh look, yep, there's another button. Okay, hit the button. And it's closing the door. And the little foot kick plate comes up. And this is so cool. in 27 cruises. That is one of the coolest gadgets I have ever seen in a cabin, especially in a handicap cabin. That's actually fabulous. ADA cabins are usually kind of boring, but that's an amazing gadget. So here we are at the port of Galveston. There's a Royal Caribbean ship up ahead. I'm thinking that's definitely not an Oasis class. It's Mariner. Okay, Mariner of the Seas there. There is the USS Texas right there, waiting for a new home. Someday they'll figure that out. And behind us is the Carnival Dream. We are aft, so you can see there's the back of the ship. And here's our view. Luckily, the fog has rolled out, so I'm sure we're going to be getting out of here on time today. So let's go back in. Here we go, one more time. And by the way, this is a very large balcony. You've got, hi Kevin, we've got 2 chairs and a table. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. So, all right, guys. Well, that kind of concludes our tour of 14502 on the Carnival Jubilee. And I hope this was helpful. Happy sailing.